everybody, I wanted to show you something really quick. So one of the things that we do in our classroom is something we call Rainbow Write. And it's a simple way to, in one way it helps our students. They like to use markers. It's something special. It's colorful. But the skill behind it is for them to practice writing a letter correctly over and over and over so they build that muscle memory. For grown-ups, I can write my name with my eyes closed because I know how to make those letters without looking. And young students, they have to build that skill. And you want to find ways that keep them motivated and interested because worksheets aren't always fun. There's good ways you can use worksheets, and then there's ways that just nobody likes, that it's not fun, and kids whine and complain when you get them out. So this sheet is a little different than the one we use in my classroom because since we're all in quarantine with the social distancing, a lot of my school supplies are still in my classroom at school. But I found this one online. So we're going to just focus on this part because this is basically what we have in our writing center. In our writing center, that first part is what they have to do first. When they finish their rainbow writing, they have lots of choices. They've got dry erase markers and boards. There's like tracing pages, or they can just free write. There's stamps. There are magnadoodles. Um, there are just markers, and then there's little books that they can make their own little book or write notes to their friend, all sorts of things just to keep them excited about writing. It also helps work on that correct pencil grip. So what I'm going to show you is how, what I mean rainbow write, what I mean. So I have mine pick at least 4 colors. We make a big deal that we are in 4K, so we need to do at least 4 colors. A lot of times they'll get even more carried away. So what they do, this one has the little dotted lines on the inside so that they're making the right shape. This is the first step because when they're learning to write letters, we want them to make the right shape first. Then we can really start focusing on where it goes on the line. If they don't know how to make the shape alone, they're not going to be able to make it on the line either. So they have to do this part first. So like I said, in my writing group at school, it's just this part is rainbow write. So they pick a marker and they have to practice. We talk about being like a train, and those dots are the track. And I want my train to stay on the track. All right. I'll go ahead and do both letters, and I'm being really careful to practice how those letters go. So I did it in pink. I need to get another marker, and these may not show up great on my camera. All right, so I've done it one. Now I'm going to do another one. Going to be like a train and stay on those dots. That yellow is not going to show up great on this. Y'all just trust that I'm right now. Let me do 2 more. I should have gone ahead and taken these lids off. I'll do it with purple and with green. They'll notice that sometimes when you're writing, the colors mix. So they practice that a few times. Like I said, I try to get them, the idea is for them to do at least 4. I also have this little spinner that has different colors, and they can spin the spinner, and whatever color it lands on, they have to use that color. Different ways we do it. They don't get to just use markers all the time, so it kind of makes it fun that they get to use these special markers. I even have like those special twisty crayons. We've had smelly markers, those little pipsqueak markers, little tiny ones. It keeps them something fun to do. So like I said, so we rainbow write letters a lot. Again, it helps them learn that muscle memory. How am I holding my pencil? And when I need to make a letter like Q, what is that shape? Then when we're doing like our small group time or table time where we're doing like a worksheet like this, that's when we're focusing more on the fine details of where does this go on handwriting lines. They need to be able to make the correct shapes first, then they can put the correct shapes on the handwriting lines. So we do a lot of both in our classroom. Like I said, this part of it would be in a writing center where we use this part in small groups or table time so we can focus more on what each student needs, okay? So when I say rainbow writer, things like that, that's what I'm talking about, all right? I'm going to post this page. It's a whole set. It's all the alphabet, A through Z. But these are fun because it gives you something different to do. So you're making Q a bunch of different ways. You're using daughters. If you don't have daughters, you can like maybe get a Q-tip and some paint and stick it on there. And then they're using a pencil to write on this part. All right, so I'll put these on our Facebook page. Just wanted to share that real quick with you. If you ever have any questions, hit me up on our Facebook page, Mrs. Duncan's class, and I'd be happy to get with you. All right, good night.